Hey there, Becca here for some ab work. We're going to do a few different ab moves that I do at the end of a yoga practice because I feel like usually there's far not enough yoga that includes ab workouts. You'll even see a lot of yoga masters from the past and through history who can do any pose in the world and seems like they have strong arms, strong legs, perfect posture, complete flexibility, and quite a soft core. So for me, what I try to do is integrate core workouts and core awareness and stomach and abdominal strength through every single yoga pose I teach. And especially for myself, I try to incorporate a little bit of ab work at the end of every power yoga session that I do to stay in shape, keep my weight down, keep my core strong. Now, the benefits to working out your core are not just so you look good in a bikini, but it's much more than that. It helps with our digestion, it supports our back and our spine, and it prevents us from getting our knees, ankles, wrists, shoulders, all of our joints out of place or injured. When you're doing any workout at all, or any yoga style or form at all, any practice, you want to engage your core and your abs in almost every single position or rep or fitness move that you're ever going to do. And so to keep a strong core is really vital to the health of your body. If you're working out and doing a workout or fitness program and you find you get ankle pain, knee pain, wrist pain, or shoulder pain, I have found in my own experience that usually happens when you're not engaging your core enough. And so it's easy to get through a workout, something like Insanity or something, and use only our arm and leg strength. It's really easy to forget about activating your core, so it's become a passion of mine for safety purposes. Again, strong digestive health is really impacted when you strengthen your core, as well as who doesn't want to have a washboard stomach? It really helps your self-esteem, your posture. The benefits are endless. So let's go through a couple ab workouts together, and you can try to add them to the end of any of your yoga practices at home or any fitness regimen. So get up, get down on the floor and practice these with me, and then I'll give you a suggestion as to how many reps to do when you go to practice them on your own. So start laying down on your back with your knees bent. You always want to think of pulling your shoulder blades down the back towards your hips and slightly wide apart. And you're going to always want to pick up your hips and lengthen your tailbone as far away from your shoulders as possible. So everything is moving downward. Your tailbone wants to tuck to the point where you almost feel like your glutes are rising up off the ground. You want to keep that tailbone alignment. It's called the tail tuck. In every single abdominal workout pretty much that I'm going to teach. So from here, I just do a very basic crunch, but this is a sort of yoga style crunch, and it's going to be more effective than any crunch you've ever done before. So you want to lift your knees to tabletop position and then slowly extend your legs about to a 45-degree angle. If that's too much for you, you can lift them closer to a 90-degree angle, but I don't want you to go all the way to a 90-degree angle because that sort of takes away the point of the whole action. So you want to keep your knees glued together like you're squeezing a dollar bill that you don't want to lose in between your knees, and you're holding it there the whole time we do this workout. And then you slowly lower those legs again to as close to a 45-degree angle as you can manage while keeping the low back pushed into the ground lovingly. And then we're going to do our crunches. You want to intertwine the fingers like a little hammock for the back of your head. Let the weight of your head fall into that hammock, and then do your crunches. Always breathing out as you come up, breathing in gently as you go down. I would say to do 25 of those for one round. And when you're tucking up, you want to make sure you always drive that back spine gently into the mat below you. And again, you want to have that tailbone tucked to the point where you feel like you're almost lifting those glutes up off the ground. So again, 25 of those. And then I want to separate the legs about a little bit wider than hip width apart. And for beginners, we're going to do the first position with the arms. You're going to intertwine your fingers and release the pointer fingers like a steeple, church and steeple. And then we're going to slowly peel ourselves up off the floor, one vertebrae at a time, really strengthening up to push forward. And then reverse the peel, going the opposite way, one vertebrae at a time. Really curl your back with control all the way back down, position 1. I'll do 2 more for you. The point about halfway up is when it really gets hard. That's when you want to shoot your energy through your hands and exhale. And the same on the way back down. Exhale, curl that tailbone under. Exhale, exhale at the hard part, and then slowly unwind back to position 1. For more advanced, if you've done that and you feel like you want a little bit more of an advanced sit-up, and start in the same position, but your arms and hands are in the same position. Arms are going to be up above your head. You want to keep your biceps right next to your ears the entire time. So this is for more challenge. Again, we're going to drive the low back into the ground, peel ourselves up off the floor, and come up to a sitting tall position. Once again, we're going to reverse that, one vertebrae at a time, slowly, slowly going right back down. Inhaling as you're on the floor, exhaling as you come up. Really curl and then straighten. Inhale, exhale as you're lengthening and strengthening and curling back down. One more rep. This is a little bit more challenge because you're not using your arms to pull you up. Instead, you're keeping your arms strong and up above your head and trying to get each and every vertebrae on the ground as you go up and down. So for my last recommendation for core work, I don't know if I'll have room here with the camera shot, but I'll try to rotate a little bit. This one is especially good to do at home where nobody's watching. So I'll do it for the whole world to see. But you're going to want to lift your legs right above your hips, push through the balls of your heels, or balls of your feet and heels at the same time. It's called a flex point. So you're flexing and pointing at the same time. That brings energy. The reason why you see that in yoga is because it brings energy 360 degrees around the legs. Instead of when we point our toes, that brings all of your leg energy into your toes. If you flex your feet, that really just strengthens the back of the legs. If you point flex, you get energy from your front to your back all the way around your legs. So that's why you see that foot positioning in yoga. It's the strongest way to hold your legs with intention and strength and the most maximum energy put into all of your muscles and circulation through the bottom half of your body. So you want to do that flex point and flex, 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 and point the legs as they come as far out to the sides as possible. You're going to want to, again, tuck the tailbone to where you're almost lifting your hips up off the ground. Bring your hands to that same position with the steeple and pull up. And then you're going to do 25 crunches in this position. Exhaling through your nose or your mouth as you come up into the crunch. Again, each time you crunch, you want to lift your hips and your core, or your shoulder blades up off the ground, strengthening your core to where your rib cage and your tailbones meet. I hope you add these to the end of your yoga practices or your workouts. It has completely helped my weakest area of my body, my core. It's starting to chisel it, tone it, strengthen my core in a way I never imagined possible. So I do it at the end of every single yoga practice and at the end of every single fitness program I do. And again, each position I just showed you, I do about 25 reps of each position, and I do them at least once, 25, 25, and 25. I do them once or maybe twice if I'm feeling like I really need a little bit more back care, like if my back has been hurting me, I'll do extra. And extra core work in the front really helps any back pain that you might be having. I hope it helps you too. Let me know. Take care. Namaste.